Hello everyone, good evening. Welcome to the session. I hope all of you are doing well. Let's wait for about 2 or 3 minutes. Let everyone join in and then we start off. Okay? Okay, let's wait for about 2 or 3 minutes. Let everyone join in and then we start. All right? All right, let's wait for everyone. Let's wait for 2 or 3 minutes. Let everyone join in and then we start off. All right? All right, let's wait for 2 more minutes. All right, let's wait for another minute or so. Let's wait for another minute or so. Let everyone come in and then we start. All right? Let's wait for another minute or so. All right, almost there. Okay, welcome to Unacademy, India's largest online learning platform that gives you a world of courses, resources, content, live and recorded sessions to help you in your preparation for the CA Foundation and intermediate examinations. And also I'd like to welcome you to Crack CA Exams with Us, which is a vertical and channel of Unacademy that caters to the students of CA Foundation and Intermediate in their journey and pursuit of preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examinations by providing top educators, quality content, and overall a great learning experience. So come, let's crack CA exams with Unacademy, India's largest online learning platform. Welcome, good evening, and welcome to this session as well. All right. Before we proceed, a brief introduction about the educator today. Hello, I'm Prathik Gupta. I am a Bachelor of Commerce from Christ College, Bangalore University. I am an associate member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, an associate member of the Institute of Cost Accountants of India, and an associate member of the Institute of Company Secretaries of India, and also a law graduate from Karnataka State Law University. I am currently a practicing chartered accountant and also a visiting faculty for CA subjects and an educator for CA students both offline and online. Prior to starting on my own, I worked with SR Bartley Boy and Associates, that is the Indian member firm of Ernst & Young Global in the Audit and Assurance Department. Then I went on to work with Ernst & Young India, EY India, in the Mergers and Acquisitions Department. And then I went on to work with the Manipal Group in Bangalore as the corporate controller of their German subsidiary located in Frankfurt, Germany. And it was only after I got back from Frankfurt, Germany that I decided to start on my own. And that also gave me an opportunity to become an educator, which in turn has given me this opportunity today to be able to take this session for you young and bright CA aspirants. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, and I hope you find the session useful. Anytime during the session, if you have any questions, queries, observations, or discussions to be made, please do not hesitate to drop in a line, and I will take up the matter for problem solving or for discussion purposes as soon as I can. I would also like to draw your attention to my name, which is Prathik Gupta, Prathik, Gupta. It's Prathik with an H, and I'm stressing on the spelling of my name because a lot of people spell my name wrong. They've missed the H, and because of which they're unable to find my sessions on YouTube as well as the special classes on the Unacademy Learning app. So you can look me up with my name, that is Prathik Gupta, Prathik Gupta, and you will find the hundreds of hours of YouTube sessions and the hundreds of hours of special classes that I have taken on the Unacademy Learning app, which will help you in your preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examinations. All right, so I really hope you go through my sessions and you find them useful. And after going through them, in case you have any questions or queries, you can always get back to me and I will be happy to address your concerns. Okay. Like I told you, the Unacademy caters to you in your preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examination through 3 platforms. Those 3 platforms are YouTube, Special Class, and Plus platform. While YouTube and Special Class are absolutely free of cost, but they provide you a tremendous amount of value and resources to help you in your preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examinations. YouTube session is what you're going through right now. You just need to type in Prathik Gupta, Prathik Gupta, and you'll find the many sessions that I've conducted on the YouTube platform of Unacademy, which you will find helpful in your preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examinations. The special classes are conducted on an app known as the Unacademy Learning app, more about which I will tell you later, and they also are absolutely free of cost, but they provide an immense amount of resources to help you in your preparation for the examinations. The Plus platform of Unacademy is the premium platform of Unacademy, which is a payment-based subscription model and which has various subscription packages for the various examinations. More about the packages in the following slides, and in this slide I will tell you why I recommend and encourage you to become part of the Plus platform of Unacademy as soon as possible in order to accelerate and enhance your preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examinations. Okay, the first reason why I recommend and encourage you to become part of the Plus platform of Unacademy is because of the daily live classes which it conducts, where you get to chat with your educator, engage in discussions, ask your doubts, and answer polls, all this while the class is going on. Yes, you heard it right. All this while the class is going on. You do not need to wait for the end of the class. You do not need to wait a couple of hours after the class. You do not need to wait for a few days after the class. Or you do not need to wait for the weekend after the class, or neither do you need to wait to fix up an appointment with your educator. You can ask your doubts and have discussions with your educator on a real-time basis as the class is going on. It is as simple as you lifting your hand in a live classroom, and your educator will be happy to take up your questions and discussions with you. The second reason why I recommend and encourage you to become part of the Plus platform of Unacademy is because of the live tests and quizzes it conducts. on a regular and periodic basis to evaluate your preparation and also help you get a detailed analysis of your performance. Now, you might wonder why this evaluation and detailed analysis of your performance is necessary. So let me tell you that whenever you're preparing for a professional examination, it becomes very important for you to take a stock of your preparation from time to time to know where you stand in terms of your preparation, which areas you're well prepared, which areas you require more preparation, and which areas you may require external help. So basically, the Plus platform of Unacademy helps to break down your preparation into 3 areas, that is your strong areas, your not so strong areas, and your weak areas, so that whatever limited preparation time you have, you can spend that time on those areas accordingly. In the sense, more time on your weak areas, a little lesser time on your not so strong areas, and less time on your strong areas until a time is reached where your weak areas and your not so strong areas eventually become your strong areas. Thereby, the Plus platform of Unacademy ensures minimum wastage of your precious preparation time and maximum utilization of your limited time available. The third reason why I recommend and encourage you to become part of the Plus platform of Unacademy is because of the structured courses, as all our courses are structured in line with your exam syllabus to help you best prepare for it, which simply means all the Plus courses on the Plus platform of Unacademy are prepared keeping in mind your exam syllabus, so that once you complete a Plus course on the Plus platform, you can rest assured that you have completed the syllabus of your examination without missing out on any important or major point. And lastly and most importantly, why I recommend and encourage you to become part of the Plus platform of Unacademy is because of the unlimited access it provides. That means the one subscription gets you access to all the live and recorded courses to watch from the comfort of any of your devices, which means the one subscription to the Plus platform of Unacademy gives you access to all the live and recorded special classes, all the live and recorded Plus courses to watch from the comfort of any of your devices, which could be your mobile phone, laptop, tablet, or desktop, as the case may be, without any restrictions whatsoever. And you can view these live and recorded sessions 24/7 without any timing restrictions as well. There are no timing restrictions whatsoever, like 10 to 4, 10 to 5, 10 to 6, nothing like that. Whenever you want, you can just pull out your mobile phones, log into the Unacademy Learning app, and start your preparations. And also, you can view all these live and recorded Plus courses, live and recorded special classes from any location that you want, whether you're at home, whether you're in office or in college, or whether you're traveling from home to office, college, or traveling from office, college to home, or you're waiting for someone for a meeting, or you are in your native place, or you're on a vacation and you want to study. You can just simply pull out your mobile phones, log into the Unacademy Learning app, and start your preparations without any hesitation. All you require is an internet connection or data plan, which all of us are blessed with today. So keeping all these points in mind and advantages in mind, among many others, I strongly recommend and encourage you to become part of the Plus platform of Unacademy in order to accelerate and enhance your preparation for the CA Foundation and intermediate examinations. All right, please take about 30 seconds, go through this. Any questions? Please ask me. Any questions? Please ask me. Okay, now in the previous slide you heard me say live and recorded special classes, live and recorded Plus courses. So where do you think those are available on? They are available on an app known as the Unacademy Learning app. So for all of you who have downloaded the Unacademy Learning app and are using it, I thank you very much, and I request your support in the future as well. And for those of you who have not yet downloaded the Unacademy Learning app, I request you to go to the Play Store on your mobile phone, download the Unacademy Learning app, install it on your phones, put in your mobile numbers where you will get an OTP. Using that OTP, you can register on the Unacademy Learning app. It is as simple as this, with no lengthy or complicated procedures. So the next question you might ask me is, okay, I have downloaded the Unacademy Learning app, I have installed it, I have used my mobile number and the OTP and registered on it. So what next? So let me tell you that the Unacademy Learning app gives you access to all the live and recorded special classes that Unacademy has to offer to you to help you in your preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examination. And it also gives you access to all the live and recorded Plus courses, which Unacademy has to offer to you in order to accelerate and enhance your preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examinations. So keeping these things in mind, I request you to download the Unacademy Learning app as soon as possible. Install it on your phones, register on it using your mobile number and OTP, and start making use of the numerous resources that it has to provide to you in order to help you in your preparation. And I also request you to spread the word around to help the people around you know about the Unacademy Learning app. Help them download and install the Unacademy Learning app on their mobile phones. Help them register on it using their mobile number and OTP, which reaches their mobile number, so that they too can make use of all the valuable resources that Unacademy has to offer to you to help you in your preparation. Anytime you have any questions or queries, you can always chat with us to get a suitable solution. Please take about a minute, go through this. Any questions, please ask me. Any questions, please ask. All right, please take about 30 seconds more. Any questions, please ask me. Okay, now coming to the important slide, like I told you, the Plus platform of Unacademy is the premium platform of Unacademy, that is a payment-based subscription model which provides various subscription packages to you. So accordingly, the CA Foundation and Intermediate subscription packages provided by the Plus platform of Unacademy are as follows. The packages provided are for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months and 24 months. The 1 month package costs you rupees 3,500. The 3 month package costs you rupees 8,750. The 6 months package costs you rupees 14,000, and the 12 months package costs you rupees 17,500, and the 24 months package costs you rupees 21,000 rupees. Now please remember, all these are the listed price. So before you make the payment for the package of your choice, please do not forget to use the code Prathik to get an instant discount of 10% on the above listed price. I repeat, please do not forget to use the code Prathik to get an instant discount of 10% on the above listed price. So the after discount price of the various packages are as follows. The 1 month package will cost you rupees 3,150. The 3 month package will cost you rupees 7,875. The 6 months package will cost you rupees 12,600. The 12 month package will cost you rupees 15,750. And the 24 months package will cost you rupees 18,900. So you see immediately there is a discount or savings of 10% that you've got by using my code Prathik. Now I will recommend you to start off with the 12 months or 24 months packages for the following 2 reasons. Firstly, it is cost effective. If you compare the 1 month package cost and compare it with the per month cost of the 12 months and 24 months package, you will see that you're getting great cost savings almost immediately. And secondly, and most importantly, since the CA Foundation and Intermediate course is provided to you in one package, that is your 12 months or 24 months package, a 12 months or 24 months package will be highly beneficial to you because it covers the entire duration of both your courses, that is your CA Foundation and CA Intermediate. And while it takes about a minimum of 12 months for you to prepare and clear the CA Foundation and the Intermediate examinations, so if you're getting a package that is 12 months or 24 months that covers the entire duration of your CA Foundation and the Intermediate examination at a very cost-effective price, I think that is a very good deal. But having said this, you're free to choose the package of your choice. But before you make the payment, please do not forget to use the code Prathik to get an instant discount of 10% on the above listed price. You can also make use of the no-cost EMI option available for the 6 months, 12 months and 24 months packages, just in case you do not wish to make the entire payment at one shot. The payment options available to you are internet banking, debit card, credit card, and all the coins that you've accumulated by watching the special classes can be redeemed when you're making the payment for the Plus course. So keeping in mind all these packages, these discount offers, and also the advantages that I told you in the previous slides, I strongly recommend and encourage you to become part of the Plus platform of Unacademy as soon as possible in order to accelerate and enhance your preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examinations. All right, please take about a minute, go through this. Any questions, please ask me. Any questions, please ask me. Please take about a minute. Any questions, please ask me. Are we done? Okay. Now, like I told you, the Unacademy Learning app gives you access to all the live and recorded special classes. Here are the snapshots of few of the many special classes that I have conducted on the Unacademy Learning app and which you may find beneficial in your preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examination. There are special classes on revision test paper, Sale of Goods Act, the Indian Contracts Act, the Companies Act, Fundamentals of Accounting, Retirement of Partner, Death of Partner, Admission of Partner, Valuation of Inventories, revision of final accounts of entities, revision of sale of goods on approval or return basis, and many more other sessions, hundreds of hours of special classes that are there on the Unacademy Learning app. So I request you to log into the Unacademy Learning app, go to my profile, Prathik Gupta, Prathik, and start making use of the numerous amount of resources and sessions that are there, which will help you in your preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examinations. All right, please take about 30 seconds, go through this. Any questions, please ask me. Okay, please take about 30 seconds. Any questions, please ask me. Any questions, please ask. Are we done? Okay, so then let's move on. Here are the links to few of the many special classes that I have conducted on the Unacademy Learning app. You can either click on these links or copy and paste these links on your browser to take you directly to my special class on the Unacademy Learning app so that you can make use of it. There are special classes on the Indian Contracts Act, the Sale of Goods Act, the Indian Partnership Act, the Limited Liability Partnership Act, the Companies Act, Basics of Communication, Accounting Concepts and Revision Test Papers, May 2020, and others issued by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, which were used for education and discussion purposes only. So again, I request you to go on to the Unacademy Learning app, go to my profile, Prathik Gupta, Prathik Gupta, and use all the sessions, special classes that are there, which will help you in your preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examination. Also, please go on to the YouTube channel, like what you're attending today, and type in Prathik Gupta to see the hundreds of hours of YouTube sessions that have been taken there, which you will find beneficial in your preparation for the CA Foundation and Intermediate examinations. All right, please take about a minute, go through this, and then we proceed. Any questions, please ask me. Any questions, please ask. Any questions, please ask. Please take about a minute more. Okay, let's proceed. Okay, now let's start the discussion on revision test papers, May 2019, business laws for CA Foundation. Okay, so these are the revision test papers for May 2019 issued by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, and which are being used for educational and discussion purposes only. So how I'm going to do it is I'm going to read the question, explain the question to you, read the answer, give you a couple of minutes to understand it, and then we proceed with the next one. All right, does it sound good? Yes? Okay, let's proceed. Okay, now the first topic is Indian Contracts Act 1872. Question number 1. Okay, now it's got subsections. P sells by auction to Q a horse which P knows to be unsound. The horse appears to be sound, but P knows about the unsoundness of the horse. Is the contract valid in the following circumstances? Okay, now it's giving you different circumstances. A, if P says nothing about the unsoundness of the horse to Q. If P says nothing about it to Q, who is P's daughter, who has just come of age, that means become a major. C, if Q says to P, if you do not deny it, I shall assume that the horse is sound. P says nothing. So in these three cases, we need to see whether the contract is valid. Okay, and P sells by auction to Q a horse, which he knows is of unsound mind. So basically P knows that the horse is mad, but it still sells it to Q. And in these three circumstances, we need to see whether it's a valid contract. Second part of the question. The second question. A comment on the following statements. Acceptance must be absolute and unqualified. B, acceptance must be in the prescribed mode. That's how we need to, on both these questions, we need to answer. Okay, please take 30 seconds, go through these questions, understand the question, and then we look at the answer. Let me know once you're done. Please take 20 more seconds. We need to answer both of these. Okay, so then we're going to look at the answer. Okay, now let's look at the answer. Okay, I hope you understood the question rightly. Now, the first part of the question where P sold a horse to Q, which was mad. According to Section 17 of the Indian Contracts Act 1872, mere silence as to facts likely to affect the willingness of a person to enter into a contract is not a fraud, unless the circumstances of the case are such that, regard being had to them, it is the duty of the person keeping silence to speak, or unless his silence is in itself equivalent to speech, hence in the instant case. So, according to the Indian Contracts Act 1872, a person can remain silent, can choose to remain silent, and the other person can check the goods, test the goods. This is where the doctrine of caveat emptor comes into the picture. Okay, but he can remain silent, and that remaining silent will not be considered as a fraud unless the circumstances warrants for such a thing. That means unless a situation is created wherein the person keeping silent has to speak, and if he doesn't speak, he will be guilty of fraud. Okay, so in the instant case, A, first one, when P sells a unsound horse to Q. This contract is valid since, as per Section 17, mere silence as to the facts likely to affect the willingness of a person to enter into a contract is not fraud. Here, it is not the duty of the seller to disclose the defect. So, P sold a mad horse to Q, but it was not his duty to tell him that the horse is mad, don't buy it. The Q has every opportunity to take the horse, get it tested, or call someone and get it tested, and then find out before he buys it. But in case he's not done it, later on he cannot hold P responsible for it, because it is not the duty of the seller to disclose defects in his goods. Okay, unless there is some dangerous nature of the goods, then he's supposed to tell it, otherwise he's not supposed to say it. Now let's look at the second case. The contract is not valid where P sells the horse to Q, who is P's daughter and who has just become 18 years of age. The contract is not valid since, as per Section 17, it becomes P's duty to tell Q about the unsoundness of the horse, because a fiduciary relationship exists between P and his daughter Q. Now, because P and Q are father and daughter, that means there is a fiduciary relationship, and whenever there is a fiduciary relationship, it becomes the duty of a person to tell the other person about the unsoundness or unfitness of the particular goods being bought. Here, P's silence is equivalent to speech and hence amounts to fraud. So, in the second case, P keeping quiet when he's selling the horse to his daughter is not valid and it amounts to fraud. C. The contract is not valid since, as per Section 17, P's silence is equivalent to speech and hence amounts to fraud. In the third case, Q specifically asks P that in case there is something, please tell me. If you keep quiet, I will assume that there is nothing wrong with the horse. So in that case, P chose to keep silent, and because he chose to keep silent, his silence was equivalent to speech and hence it was amounting to fraud. Hi Kushal Sharma, how are you? Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, please take about 2 minutes, go through this. Any questions, please ask me. Okay, please take a minute or so, understand this, and then let's proceed. Any questions you have, please ask me. Any questions whatsoever, please ask. Please go through it carefully. There's no hurry. I'm giving you ample time. Any questions, please ask. Any questions? Okay, take another minute. Any questions, please ask me. Kushal, any questions? Okay, Now let's go to the second part of the question where we need to comment. Acceptance must be absolute and unqualified. Now please remember, as per the... Alright, nice to hear, Kushal. Alright. Okay, now as per the essential elements of the Indian Contracts Act 1872, there must be a valid offer and a valid acceptance, and the acceptance must be absolute and unqualified. Okay. As per section 7 of the Indian Contracts Act 1872, acceptance is valid only when it is absolute and unqualified. Absolute means either yes or no clearly, and unqualified means not subject to terms and conditions. It has to be yes if it's accepting it, and no if it's rejecting it, then the offer is lapsed. And it is also expressed in some usual and reasonable manner unless the proposal prescribes the manner in which it is to be accepted. So in case the offer gives you the manner in which it is to be accepted and the timelines within which it is to be accepted, then the person who's accepting the offer has to give his acceptance in that particular manner and within the time. So let's say if the person making the offer says that you need to give your acceptance to me by WhatsApp, you need to message me by WhatsApp within the next 2 days, then the person needs to send a WhatsApp within the next 2 days. If he sends him a letter or if he calls him up and tell him, that is not the mode of communication of acceptance, and then that is not a valid acceptance. And if he accepts it beyond 2 days from the time the offer is made, again it is an invalid acceptance. If the proposal prescribes the manner in which it must be accepted, then it must be accepted accordingly. Alright? Okay, then let's take an example. Example A inquires from B, will you purchase my car for rupees 2 lakhs? So this is a clear and a valid offer, right? A asks B, will you buy my car for rupees 2 lakhs? So B can either say yes or he can say no. If he says no, the offer is lapsed. If he says yes, then there is a agreement that comes into the picture. If B replies, I shall purchase your car for rupees 2 lakhs if you buy my motorcycle for 50,000, here B cannot be considered to have accepted the proposal because it's not an absolute and unconditional acceptance. B is putting a counter proposal. Okay, so it is not a valid acceptance. If on the other hand B agrees to purchase the car from A as per his proposal subject to availability of a valid registration certificate or book for the car, then the acceptance is in place, though the offer contained no mention of the RC book. This is because expecting a valid title for the car is not a condition. Therefore, acceptance in this case is unconditional. So in case B would have told him that, okay, I'll buy your car, but provided your papers are all right, your RC book and your registration are all valid, then I will buy the car. That acceptance is valid, okay, because he is putting conditions as to the title of the car. Okay, but if he says, no, I'll buy your car if you buy my bike for 50,000, that is a counter offer being made, and the acceptance is not said to be unconditional, and so it is invalid. Alright, please take about 2 minutes, go through this. Any questions, please ask. Please ask me. Any questions, please ask. Any questions, please ask. Let me know once you're done, please. Are we done? Let me know once you're done, please. Any questions, please ask me. Take about 30 seconds more. Please remember, these are revision test paper questions and they have a very high probability of appearing in the exams as well. So always take the RTP questions more seriously. Okay, let me know once you're done, all of you. Okay, 10 more seconds and then we proceed to the next question. Any questions, please ask me. Okay, now come to the second part of the question. The acceptance must be in the prescribed mode. The first part was acceptance must be absolute and unconditional. Comment on that. Now it says acceptance must be in the prescribed mode. Where the mode of acceptance, like I told you, if the person giving the offer says it should be in WhatsApp, then it has to be in WhatsApp. Where the mode of acceptance prescribed in the proposal, it is to be accepted in that manner. But if the proposer does not insist on the proposal being accepted in the manner prescribed, after it has been accepted otherwise, that is not in the prescribed manner, the proposer is presumed to have consented to the acceptance. Okay, so whenever the acceptor wants, the offerer wants the acceptance to be given in a particular form or manner, he has to mention it, and then the person who is making the acceptance has to give his acceptance in that particular manner itself. If he gives it in any other manner, then the acceptance is said to be invalid. Let's take an example. If the offerer prescribes acceptance through messenger, okay, and the offeree sends an acceptance by email, like I told you, WhatsApp, and the offeree sends an acceptance by email, there is no acceptance of the offer if the offerer informs the offeree that the acceptance is not according to the mode prescribed. But if the offerer fails to do so, it will be presumed that he has accepted the acceptance and a valid contract will arise. So, like I told you about the WhatsApp example also, if I tell a person that if you want to buy my car for 10,000 rupees, please send me a WhatsApp in the next 2 days. If he sends me an email in the next 2 days, then I have two choices. Either I tell him, boss, I asked you to send me a WhatsApp, you're sending me an email, so the offer is not valid and it's lapsed. Or if I don't tell him anything, it will be presumed that I have accepted the acceptance and a valid contract will arise. Alright, please take a minute, go through this. Any questions, please ask me. Okay, all of you, once you're done, please let me know and then we'll move on to the next one. Kindly be interactive, kindly respond. Okay, any questions you have, let me know. If you're done with this, understood it, let me know and we will proceed to the next slide. Okay? Any questions, please ask me. Take about a minute more. Any questions, please ask me. Let me know once you're done, please. Are we done? Tushal, are we done? Okay, any questions you have, please ask me. Yes, Kushal? Okay, what is your question? Okay, Vipul, Kushal has a question here. Offer must be communicated. How is it complete? Meaning, what's your question here, Kushal? क्या question है आपका पूछिए? I'll answer it. Offer must be communicated. How it is complete? I didn't understand your question. What's your question? जल्दी जल्दी बताइए. Kushal? Okay, in the meantime, when Kushal types the question, we'll move on. Okay, question number 2. Explain the concept of misrepresentation in matters of contract. Now, please remember, this is a favorite question. I have seen this question appearing in many suggested answers and many revision test papers as well. So, please pay attention to this question. Okay, Kushal has asked me a question. There is no communication between offer and offeree. If there is no communication, then there is no contract, right, Kushal? There has to be a valid communication. The offer has to be communicated to the offeree. The acceptance has to be communicated to the offerer. Only then a valid contract will come into the existence. If there is no communication between them, then there is no contract. Got it? Offer कैसे complete होगा? चलिए, let me give you an example. ठीक है? Now I am talking to you, Kushal. Okay. Now, for example, let's say I want to sell you my laptop for 10,000 rupees. So right now on this medium, I can say, Kushal, would you like to buy my laptop for 10,000 rupees? Now, if you say no, then the offer is lapsed. But if you say yes, then and then if I'm also saying that Kushal, would you like to buy my laptop for 10,000 rupees? And yes, if you do want to buy my laptop for 10,000 rupees, please respond to me on WhatsApp in the next 2 days and tell me and confirm to me. If you do not reply to me on WhatsApp in the next 2 days, then the offer lapses. So if you want the laptop, if you want to accept the offer, you will WhatsApp me and say, yes, sir, I want to buy your laptop for 10,000 rupees in the next 2 days. If you do not do that, obviously the offer is lapsed and I will go and make an offer to someone else. ठीक है, so उसी टाइम पे ऑफर कंप्लीट होता है. ऑफर गेट्स कंप्लीटेड द मिनट द पर्सन टू whom the offer is made gets to know about it. Okay, कुशाल, समझे आप? Are you clear? Yes, Kushal? Okay, let's go to the concept of misrepresentation in matters of contract. The second question, Sohan induced Suraj to buy his motorcycle, saying that it was in a very good condition. After taking the motorcycle, Suraj complained that there were many defects in the motorcycle. Sohan proposed to get it repaired. Okay, Kushal, thank you so much. Sohan proposed to get it repaired and promised to pay 40% of the cost of repairs. After a few days, the motorcycle did not work at all. Now Suraj wants to rescind the contract, despite giving reasons. Okay, and then there is also a third part of the question. X received certain goods from Y and promised to pay rupees 60,000 later. Later on, X expressed his inability to make payment to Z. Z, who is known to X, pays rupees 40,000 to Y on behalf of X. Okay. However, X was not aware of the payment. Now Y is intending to sue X for the amount of rupees 60,000. Can Y do so? Okay, chaliye Kushal, very nice. Alright, so now there are 3 questions. Now I want you to take a minute, go through all 3 questions and then we will look at the answers. Okay, understand the question first and then we will look at the answers. Take a minute, go through them. Okay, take about a minute, go through the questions, understand the questions first, and then let's look at the answers. Because if you haven't understood the question, no point going through the answers. Alright, shall we proceed? Shall we proceed? Okay, let me know once you're done. Okay, Charlie. Done. Let's look at the answers. Now there are three questions there. Okay, first one is about misrepresentation. According to Section 18 of the Indian Contracts Act 1872, misrepresentation means and includes first, a positive assertion in a manner not warranted by the information of the person making it of that which is not true, though he believes it to be true. So let's say a person insists on something being true when the information that he has on his hand does not give evidence of it being true, but still he says it's true. So if I'm selling my laptop to you and I say, yeah, it's 10 GB RAM, 1000 GB data and all that, but somewhere down the line, deep in my mind, I know it's not true. I'm lying. Okay, so then that becomes a misrepresentation. Second, any breach of duty which without the intent to deceive gains an advantage to the person committing it, or anyone claiming under him by misleading another to his prejudice or to the prejudice of anyone claiming under him. So if there is any breach of duty, if a person is providing any services or any duty, and if there's any breach that he performs, okay, in part of performing that duty without the intention to deceive becomes cheating, and gains an advantage to the person committing it or to anyone claiming under him by misleading another, then that is also known as misrepresentation. The third one, causing, however, innocently a party to an agreement to make a mistake as to a substance of the thing which is the subject matter of agreement. So basically, when two parties are entering into a contract and they are making a contract about the subject matter of the contract, but ignorantly or very innocently they do not know that that subject matter is not in existence or it is impossible to contract, but still they make a contract, then that becomes a misrepresentation. Alright, so that is about misrepresentation. Please take about a minute, go through this. Any questions, please ask me. Okay, any questions, please ask. Let me know once you're done, please. Are we done? Any questions, please ask me. Okay, now let's go to the second part of the question. In the instant case, the aggrieved party, that is Sohan and Suraj, the aggrieved party in the case of misrepresentation by the other party can avoid or rescind the contract. Section 19 of the Indian Contracts Act 1872. The aggrieved party loses the right to rescind the contract if he, after becoming aware of the misrepresentation, takes a benefit under the contract or in some way affirms it. Accordingly, in the given case, Suraj could not rescind the contract as his acceptance to the offer of Sohan to bear 40% of the cost of repairs implied amount to final acceptance of the sale. So, see, basically, Sohan induced Suraj to buy the bike, which he told him it's in very good condition. Later, Suraj bought the bike, but he found that the bike is in bad condition. So he went and told Sohan. So at that point, Sohan said, no, it's okay. You get it repaired. Whatever is the cost of repairs, 40% I'll pay you. So Suraj at that point said, nothing doing. I want my money back. Take the bike. And okay, Kushal, I will do that. Okay. So then Suraj told him that, okay, take the bike back and then give me my money back, that would have been okay. But Sohan offered him that 40% of the cost of repairs I will take. So Suraj agreed to it. Now because he agreed to it, that means he has accepted the sale and now he cannot rescind the contract. Alright, so that is with the first case. Now let's come to the third question. As per section 41 of the Indian Contracts Act 1872, when a promisee accepts performance of the promise from a third person, he cannot afterwards enforce it against the promiser. That is, the performance by a stranger accepted by the promisee produces the result of discharging the promiser, although the latter has neither authorized nor ratified the act of the third. Therefore, in the instant case, Y can sue X only for the balance amount of 20,000 and not for the whole amount, because Z has paid him 40,000 on behalf of X. So 60 minus 40 is 60. 40 out of 60 is cleared. For the remaining 20,000, Y can sue X, okay, for the money. Please take 2 minutes, go through this, and then we proceed. Yes, Kushal, I will help you out, okay? Please take 2 minutes, go through this, and then we proceed. Any questions? Please ask me. Please take 2 minutes, carefully go through this. Any questions you have, please ask me. Okay, any questions, please ask me. Go through this carefully, please. All right, take a minute, go through this. Let me know once all of you are done. Any questions? Let me know once you're done. Okay, let me know please once you're done. I'm waiting for your response. Okay, Kushal, done? All right. Now to answer your question, Kushal, आपने कहा कि सर मुझे ICI मॉड्यूल की लैंग्वेज लर्न करने में प्रॉब्लम होती है, so please guide me out to write answers in law paper. Please remember, it's not about the language, it's about the concept. ठीक है, कॉन्सेप्ट के बारे में सबसे पहली बात, लॉ में सबको ये डर है, ये है कि वी हैव टू मग अप ऑल द केस लॉज, वी हैव टू मग अप ऑल द सेक्शंस. Please remember, there's nothing like that. Okay, I always keep telling all my students that if you can remember section numbers, well and good, but in case you can't, it's okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, because please remember, you do not get extra marks for writing the section number, but you certainly lose marks for writing the wrong section number. And wherever you can remember it, please write it, otherwise it's not necessary. So see, like for example, here he is saying section 19, right, of the Indian Contracts Act 1872. You can simply say as per the Indian Contracts Act 1872. or as per the Companies Act 2013. Unless you're very sure about the section, don't attempt it, because writing the wrong section number will make you lose marks. Okay. Case study BC, please remember, it's not practically and humanly possible for you to remember all the case laws and case studies. No, it's not possible. So every section or every topic, when you read the study material or when you read the textbook, there will be some case laws. Okay, so please remember those and remember the concepts behind those case laws. Okay, it's not necessary for you to mug up all the section numbers and case laws. Okay, see, now I have done my CA, CS, CWA and my LLB. But please remember, I have never tried to mug up the section numbers and the case laws. If there is something I felt important, I remembered it. Otherwise, I remembered the concept and the content of the section number and the case law. Okay, समझ गए? ठीक है, and basically whenever you get an answer, na, please write it in about 2 or 3 paragraphs. Firstly, you will, whenever you get any case law kind of question, you will say which topic, section and which chapter it belongs to. Okay, then the next one is you'll explain that concept a little, that as per this concept, so and so, so and so, so and so. And then the third paragraph relating to that concept, you will give your answer that as per the above concept, so and so, so and so, so and so can be done and so and so cannot be done. Okay, so just keep it about 2 to 3 paragraphs, nothing much. If you can remember the section numbers and case laws, well and good, nothing like it. But in case you can't, it's okay, don't worry about it, but please try to remember the concept. Okay, Kushal? Focus on the concepts. Are we clear? Are we done, कुशाल? समझ गए आप? और कोई क्वेश्चन है पूछिए आप, और कुछ भी क्वेश्चंस है पूछिए, I will address it for you. Done? Okay, now let's look at question number 3. Okay, now no consideration, no contract. Comment. Explain the meaning of contingent contracts and state the rules relating to such contracts. Okay, quite an important question. So no consideration, no contract, and explain the meaning of contingent contracts and state the rules relating to such contracts. First one, no consideration, no contract. Okay, every agreement to be enforceable. Now, if you read the essential elements of a valid contract, and as per the Indian Contracts Act 1872, one is there should be a lawful consideration. So any contract without consideration is not a valid contract. Okay, so every agreement to be enforceable by law must be supported by valid consideration. An agreement made without any consideration is void. A gratuitous promise may form a subject of a moral obligation and may be binding in honor, but it does not cause a legal responsibility. No consideration, no contract is a general rule. However, Section 25 of the Indian Contracts Act 1872 provides some exceptions to this rule, where an agreement without consideration will be valid and binding. These exceptions are as follows. Okay, so the general rule as per the Indian Contracts Act 1872 is if there is no consideration, there is no contract. But Section 25 of the Indian Contracts Act 1872 provides some exceptions to this rule. Okay, where an agreement without consideration also is still valid. Now, these exceptions are as follows. Okay, so what are the exceptions? These exceptions are as follows. Firstly, agreement made on account of natural love and affection. Section 25(1) provides that if an agreement is in writing, first condition is it should be in writing, and it is registered under the law and made on account of natural love and affection between the parties standing in near relation to each other, that means blood relationship. So, if a particular contract agreement is in writing, it is registered and it is made on account of natural love and affection and between parties standing in near relation to each other, it will be enforceable at law even if there is no consideration. Thus, A, for natural love and affection, promises to give his son rupees 10,000 in writing and registers it, then in that case it is a valid contract. Okay, so this is the first exception. There are many exceptions like this. Please take about 2 minutes. Go through this. Any questions, please ask me. Once you're done, please let me know. Okay? Okay, any questions, please ask me. Let me know once you're done, please. Any questions, please ask. Let me know once you're done, please. Let me know once you're done. Any questions, please ask. Take about a minute more. Done? All right. Now, the next exceptions. Compensation for services voluntarily rendered. Okay. So, Section 25(2) provides that something which the promisor was legally compelled to do, and the promisor was in existence at the time when the act was done, whether he was competent to contract or not, and the promisor must agree now to compensate the promise. See, thus when A finds B's purse and gives it to him, and B promises to give rupees 50, this is a valid contract. So if there is any compensation that has to be paid for any voluntary services, so like for example, if someone finds your wallet and you promise that whoever finds my wallet, I'll pay them 100 rupees as price, then in that case, even though there is no consideration, but when the person finds your wallet and returns it to you, you need to pay the 100 rupees to him. This is a valid contract. Okay, so that is the compensation for services voluntarily rendered. Then promise to pay time barred debts. Now please remember, according to the Limitation Act, there is a time limit within which you need to claim for any amount that is due from anyone, and if you don't, then that period lapses. So promise to pay time barred debts, where there is an agreement made in writing and signed by the debtor or his agent to pay wholly or in part a time barred debt, the agreement is valid and binding even though there is no consideration. So let's say the time for claiming that money is gone, but after that the person who's supposed to pay the money tells you that okay, I will pay you the money, enter into a contract, then even though there is no consideration in the contract, that contract is valid. If A owes B rupees 1000 but the debt is lapsed due to time bar, and A further makes a written promise to pay 500 on account of this debt, it constitutes a valid contract. Okay, so that is a promise to pay a time bar debt. Next, agent or contract of agency. No consideration is necessary to create an agency. Basically, an agent is a person who carries on your business on behalf of you. Alright, so there is no consideration required to create an agency. That is the fourth exception to the rule, that no consideration, no contract. Then the completed gift. Explanation to section 25. Completed gifts need no consideration. Thus, if a person transfers some property by a duly written and registered gift deed, he cannot claim back the property subsequent on the ground of lack of consideration. So, if any person gives a gift to someone, as long as the gift deed is registered, then that also becomes the exception to no contract, no consideration, no contract. Alright, please take 2 minutes, go through this. Any questions, please ask me. Any questions, please ask me. Please take 2 minutes and let me know once you're done. Any questions? Any questions, please ask me. Please take a minute more. Any questions, please ask me. Also, let me know once you're done. Please read it carefully. Any questions, please ask. Let me know once you're done, please. Are we done? Yes, Nupendra, you want revision on Indian Partnership Act 1932? Okay, I will plan a schedule very soon. Okay, on revision on Indian Partnership Act 1932. Done, I will do that. Okay, Nupendra. Anything else? Any other topics? Okay, now the third part of the question, the essential elements, characteristics of a contingent contract. A contract may be absolute or contingent. A contract is said to be absolute when the promisor undertakes to perform the contract in all events. A contingent contract, on the other hand, is a contract to do or not do something if some event collateral to such contract does not or does happen. It is a contract in which the performance becomes due only upon the happening of some event which may or may not happen. For example, A contracts to pay B rupees 10,000 if he is elected president of a particular association. This is a contingent contract. So basically, a contingent contract means a contract to do something or to not do something based on the happening or non-happening of a future uncertain event. That is a contingent contract. Another example of your contingent contract is your insurance contract. Okay, so an insurance contract, a life insurance contract is on the happening. That is the death of a person. Then if a person dies within so and so time, then the person pays the money. Okay, so that is a contingent contract. That is a contract based on the happening or non-happening of a future uncertain event. Okay, are you clear? Then, now what are the characteristics of contingent contract? Firstly, there must be a contract to do something or not do something. Alright. The second one, the performance of the contract must depend on the happening or non-happening of some event. Okay, so there must be a contract to do something or not do something. That means I enter into a contract to pay a certain sum of money on the happening or non-happening of some event. So the performance of the contract must depend upon the happening or non-happening of some event. The third part, the happening of that event is uncertain. Okay, so that event may or may not happen. So it's uncertain, based on which there is a contract to do something or not do something. Okay. Fourth one, the event on which the performance is made to depend upon is an event collateral to the event. That is, it does not form part of the reciprocal promises which constitute the contract. The event should neither be a performance promised nor the consideration for the promise. The contingent contract, the contingent event should not be a mere will of the promisor. However, where the event is within the promisor's will but not merely his will, it will be a contingent contract. Okay, so that means basically the parties need to have an interest in the contract. If the parties do not have an interest in the contract, then it cannot be a contingent contract. Please take about 2 or 3 minutes, go through this. Any questions? Please ask me. Any questions? Please ask. Please take 2 minutes, go through this. Okay, and Rupendra, Companies Act also? Okay, we will do a revision on Companies Act and the Indian Partnership Act 1932. Okay, I will plan a session on both of these. Alright? Okay, please take 2 minutes, go through this. Any questions, please ask me. Let me know once you're done, please. Shivansh Agarwal. Hi, Shivansh Agarwal. How are you? Nice to see you. How are you doing? Okay, please take about a minute more. Go through this. Let me know once you're done, please. Let me know once you're done. Let me know once you're done. Any questions, please ask me. Are we done? Let me know, please. Okay, the rules regarding contingent contract are as follows. First one, contingent contract depend upon the happening of an uncertain event cannot be enforced until that event has happened. If the event becomes impossible, such contracts become void. Now please remember, contingent contracts are contracts to do something or not do something based on the happening or non-happening of a future uncertain event. So until that future uncertain event happened, then the contingent contract cannot be enforced. If that future uncertain event becomes impossible, then such contracts become void. Alright, then the second part, where a contingent contract is to be performed if a particular event does not happen, performance can be enforced only when happening of that event become impossible. So when there is a contingent contract to do something or not do something based on the non-happening of a future uncertain event, then this contract can be enforceable only when that future uncertain event becomes impossible to perform. Alright. If a contract is contingent upon how a person will act at an unspecified time, the event shall be considered to become impossible when such person does anything which renders it impossible that he should so act within any definite time or otherwise than under future contingencies. Fourth one, the contingent contracts to do or not do anything if an impossible event happens are void whether or not the fact is known to the party. So any contingent contract to do any impossible if any impossible event happens is void altogether whether the parties know about it or do not know about it. Alright, so these are the rules regarding contingent contracts. Please take about 2 minutes, go through them, and then we proceed. Any questions, please ask me. Please take about 2 minutes. Any questions, please ask me. Any questions, please ask me. Alright, any questions, please ask. Let me know once you're done. Carefully read it. Alright, take about a minute more. Any questions, please ask. Take about 30 seconds more. Let me know once you're done, please. Okay, so in case you have no questions, nothing whatsoever, then we will be ending this session with this question, and we will continue tomorrow at about 10 p.m. All right, so thank you so much for being a wonderful audience, and I have a lot of special classes coming in tomorrow, starting from about 3:30 p.m. and going on till about 6:45. So there will be a lot of MCQs, a lot of quizzes. So I request all of you to attend those sessions and be there tomorrow. Okay, thank you so much for being a wonderful audience, and I will see you all tomorrow. All right. Yeah, so you have any questions, anything, you can accumulate them and you can ask me tomorrow. Thank you so much, and I will see